Everybody. Thank you to our classes who have been sitting here for a half hour. Thank you for your patience. All right. The reason why we're having this during class time is because our non-credit ESL students often, they take class and then they run off to their jobs and their busy lives. So we wanted to have it at a time where you really could be here. Okay? All right. So welcome everybody. My name is Kio Mashin. I'm an ESL instructor. And Patricia Siri is an ESL instructor, and we put this program together last year, and we are calling it Designing Our Destinies. So welcome to the second annual Designing Our Destinies, okay? And it's a student and staff speaker event. We can tell you things, but you don't listen to us unless it's grammar. But when you hear the stories of fellow students, you go, aha! I can do that too, and that's the point, okay? All right, we really are inspired by all of our students. We know you come to class, you work hard, you are dedicated, and that you're making progress in English, so we want to celebrate that also. Okay, so you're going to hear from a variety of speakers today, and each one of them started in ESL. They started at different points along the way, and they're currently at different points in their path, and that's what we have, is we have some variety, okay? All right, but we hope by hearing their stories, our students can, again, visualize, envision yourselves at a future point along the path, okay? All right, so Patricia's going to introduce our first speaker.
Good morning, everyone. I met our first speaker when she was first enrolled in non-credit ESL classes. She has one more semester before she is going to leave College of Marin to further her educational goals at a four-year university. Please welcome Amy Diaz.
Hi, good morning. My name is Amy Diaz. My story is a little bit unconventional. I was born in Houston, Texas, and I moved to Guatemala when I was 5 years old. And I came back when I graduated from high school. I left my family and I came to the US without knowing the language, culture, and the educational system. I love school. I always do my best to get good grades, which is a reflection of effort, persistence, and dedication to my classes. Sometimes it's hard to balance my responsibilities out of school and also for me to succeed in school. Being independent is always challenging, but lately has been harder because I'm taking difficult classes and I'm working to pay rent and buy food. I have a work-study at school with the Puente program. So when I have time between classes, I do my hours. At school, I usually finish my routine at 3 p.m. After which I go to work as a babysitter for a pair of twin boys. 2 days during the week, I have an evening class and I have to come back at school after work to take my math classes. I consider myself a good student because I'm a good managing my time between work and school every day, and I'm always on top of my classes, doing my assignments and studying during the weekend or at night after work. I have been at College of Marin for 3 years, and now I'm finally ready to apply to transfer to a university next semester. I can't wait. My transition wasn't easy. I come from the ESL department, ESL 35 to be exact. And now I only have learned English, but I also learned how to get good grades, how to create a relationship with my professors, and how to take advantage of resources that are available for my success. I feel proud of my academic standard because I work pretty hard to be the best I can in my classes. I'm a sociology major, trying to get into a social welfare program. I want to get my bachelor's degree and then get into law school. I believe I have a chance to get into my dream school and get my education not only for myself, but also for my family in Guatemala and for my fellow students that are just like me. I chose these goals because I like understanding others. I think it is important not to impose views, judgments, or standards onto other people, but getting to know other groups, social norms, and values, we can better understand the motivation for their behavior, whether or not we agree or disagree with, and respect others with an open mind. One day, I want to turn this passion of sociology into law school to be able to help others into a legal way. I personally believe that our government needs to reflect who we are as a society. We need people that we can connect with. We have backgrounds, beliefs, or goals in common. That is the way that I want to be a change that I want to see. At school, I'm the student government president of the Association of Students of College of Marine, ASCOM. I have been working with the Puente program since I graduated from the program a year ago. I have been part of the Honor Society Alpha Gamma Sigma for 2.5 years. I'm an EOPS student and I'm a teacher assistant for Sociology 110. By being the student body president, I have the opportunity of giving my time and being the voice of other students that I'll need to be represented. I have been volunteering in programs like Summer Bridge, First Year Experience, Learning Community, and the ESL projects that inspire other students to the transition from English classes to their educational classes. In the future, I really want to be an active member of my community and bring support to other people who might need it. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be at College of Marine and have great teachers and staff who have shaped me in my educational journey. I found a second family here. I joined the school at the moment that I most needed it. They believed in me when I did not know English and was uncertain about my education. Their support helping me to build my confidence and try harder to become an active student on my campus. Having counselors, tutors, and friendly space to go when I needed to make a big difference. So please, don't give up on yourself. The circumstances don't define you. Today you might be taking just English classes, but tomorrow you might be taking different classes. Believe in yourself, because when you believe in yourself, you are unstoppable. You're gonna start late, you can look different, you can be uncertain, but you can still succeed. And I hope sharing my story can make a difference in your life, because like I say, when I came, I was really uncertain. I came just to get a certificate. But all the system that College of Marine has shaped me in the way to believe that I can get a high education and I can achieve my goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Amy. All right, our next speaker is not a student. It's Javier Urena, and he's our EOPS CalWorks Care Counselor, and he is going to share with us the benefits of speaking with a counselor, right? Yeah. Underline that, benefits of speaking with a counselor.
Good morning. I think it's pretty loud. Yeah, can you hear me?
No,
fine. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good. I'm glad. My name is Javier Urena, and EOPS Care CalWorks. And many years ago, I used to be sitting in one of the seats that you were right now. Fearful, anxious, worried about the future, and for the most part, I was working 2-3 jobs, like I'm sure you all do, right? And I wasn't sure what I want to do with my life. So what happened is, one day, I realized that at the community college I was attending, then it was a counseling area. Thank you. I was like, oh my God, should I step in? Could they understand with my English, with my broken English? Could someone talk to me? So that's what I encourage you all. When you pass by counseling over EOPS, you say like, I had College of Marine. I can just walk in and talk to a counselor. I can go in and talk to financial aid and any other services that we provide. What wonderful services we have is EOPS. And I'm proud of EOPS. I was an EOPS student Many years ago, I think I actually have a long haircut. But I want to tell you this. Don't be afraid. Just go in. Go to our program. EOPS is a family. We have thousands of students since EOPS was established in 1969. They have gone through the same challenges and barriers that you're facing right now. One thing I always tell my students is, it's not about just the book grant, because we have book grants and wonderful services, we can provide supplies and all of that, but it's about connecting with the counselor, getting to know other things on campus. The most beautiful thing about seeing a student who face all these challenges is, how do you overcome those challenges? How do you feel proud of yourself? Self-esteem is so critical when I see students going through all these challenges in life. So again, we also have personal counseling. This is big for a lot of our students, prior registration. Because students want to make sure they sign up for classes earlier, before anyone else. Right? And one of the questions that also students have, how do I transition from non-credit to credit, and what else can I take, and so forth. So I will be happy to help you out. Please, don't hesitate to come by to our office. And if you have any questions, again, I know you all start a journey. You all start a journey of thousands of miles. And how you have gone through many challenges again. But that journey will not begin just with a single step, one day at a time. So I know you have, most of you have gone through a lot of changes, emotionally, culturally, but at the same time, that journey hasn't done yet. You're probably halfway through. There are a lot more beautiful things coming up. So remember that, all right? Thank you guys.
Thank you, Javier. I met our next speaker when he was first enrolled in non-credit ESL classes. A lot has happened for him since he started here at College of Marin, and soon, like Amy, he will transfer to a 4-year college. Please welcome Noé Diaz.
Hello everyone, my name is Noé Diaz. So I started College of Marin in ESL 10 many years ago, like 6-7 years ago. Patricia and Kio were some of my teachers. They're excellent teachers, as you may know. Yeah, so like 7 years ago I started taking classes at College of Marin. I'm from Guatemala. When I first came here I didn't know any English at all. Since I got here, one of my goals was to like start learning English as soon as possible. So I decided to enroll in ESL classes, but I was working 2 years. So I was only attending school like twice a week. So I wasn't learning English as fast as I wanted to. So one of the things that I did to help me learn a little faster was watch TV. In the beginning I didn't understand much, but slowly, like after 2, 3, 4 months, I started to pick up a little more. And also I was always like doing my homework and reading like simple books, like ESL books, like they have here in the library, because the vocabulary is a little simple, so it's easier for us to understand when we're just starting. After I finished with my ESL classes, I decided to enroll in credit classes. I met Luz, she's a counselor here at College of Marin, so she was the one that helped me like to decide on what classes I needed to take. So like Javier was saying, it's a really good idea to visit the counselors, because they can help you to see what classes you need to take. They know at what level you're at, and so you can tell them like what kind of classes you would want to take. They can help you figure that out. As I told you, so when I was taking this class, I was working 2 jobs at first, and then I decided to quit one job so I would have more time to enroll in full-time classes when I started taking my credit classes. And then I realized that I needed more time to be a full-time student. I managed to work only part-time and become a full-time student. I've been a full-time student at College of Marine for 3 years. And now I'm graduating this year with an associate's degree. One of the hardest things for me was deciding on what major I wanted to study. I like business and I like computer science. So I would talk to my counselor to Lucy, and she said, take different classes, take one class on this area and take another class on this area and on this area, so you can explore, you can learn a little bit about the different majors, about the different fields that you can study. So I kind of did that, and so that's how I helped myself to decide that I wanted to study business. And I'm transferring this fall to a UC or CSU. I'm still waiting to hear back from some schools to see if they're going to accept my application. So I'll probably be studying either business or economics. An advice that I will give you is to persevere and have some discipline. Like, do your homework and keep on top of things. And also, I'll say it again, like on your free time, try to like watch TV in English, because that's gonna help you. Even if you don't understand that much, try to watch TV. Maybe the news, it can be a little boring, but but slowly you're gonna start to like it, because in the news they speak clear, they speak fast, but they speak clear. So that's like a good way to start picking up English a little more. So when I transfer, my plan is to get a bachelor's degree and hopefully get a master, or maybe even apply to that school that, like Amy said. Another advice that I could give you is to get involved on campus. There are many different clubs that are on campus. I've been part of AGS. It's the Honor Society Club on campus. And I'm also part of EOPS, the program that Javier was talking about. So that's like a really good way to socialize, to get to know people, to start making some connections. So when you graduate, it's going to be a little easier for you to find a job. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Noe. I met our next speaker when he and his sister Diani took 2 of my non-credit ESL classes, and Diani is going to be very happy that she made it on the poster. Please welcome Johnny Benoit.
Good morning, everybody. So today is a pleasure for me to be here, as I can share some of my information with you guys. When I heard about that was awesome. Hugh and Patricia invited me. That was awesome. I like that. So, and I said yes, I'm gonna do that to see how I am right now. So let's get started. My name is Johnny Benoit. I'm from Haiti. My native language is Creole. So in my country we speak 2 languages, Creole and French, but I can speak 2 of them. So way back in my country, when I was in high school, I studied English for 7 years. And when I came to California in 2014, one of my uncles brought me to the College of Marine, as I can take some ESL classes. And yeah, when I was started, the first time I was on level 30 with Patricia. Patricia is a good person, she's a good teacher. Good job, Patricia. And after that, I was promoted to level 40, then 53, 63, and now I'm 73 right now. It took me 2 years to reach the 73 level right now. So yeah, everything is okay. So I feel comfortable to talk and I can do everything. So I used to study English, but right now I can say that English is very is very large. I can say words right now. So when I came to California, I got some a little bit, but right now everything is different for me because the college helped me and I helped myself too. So last semester I took 2 classes outside of the ESL classes. There were the Business 101 and then the Math 85. So the Business 101 was a little bit hard because there were a lot of homework, a lot of reading in English, many quizzes too every day, and I finally did well on both of them. So since the day I got to College of Marine, I got a clear goal in my mind, but I want to get a degree in business at Dominican University. So, and I know God will be with me all the time to achieve my goal, and the college will help me too to achieve my goal too. And one day I will be proud of myself to get my degree in business at Dominican University. So thank you everybody. Thank you. That's all for today. Thank you, Kio. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, John. I met our next speaker several years ago during a summer session in a non-credit ESL class. I remember at that time we were studying the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, our next speaker, so several years ago she started in level 40 ESL, and this semester she's graduating.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I'm one from you, and I'm so happy that I'm here today talking to you guys about my experience at College of Marine. First of all, give me my introduction. My name is Asya. I'm from India. I moved here 5 years ago. When I moved here, I didn't know a lot of English. When I started learning English in my country, it's a funny story. When I started learning, I just hated it. When I moved here, I was like, that is so hard language. How anyone can speak that well English? And when I moved here, I'm like, I don't know, how am I gonna survive here? How am I gonna learn? How am I gonna achieve my goal? So I started taking ESL classes. My first ESL class was 40. I started during the summer. Kia was my teacher. It was a great time. I was a little nervous because I was like, oh, people are gonna laugh at me. But now I feel like no one will laugh at you. Even if you speak a little bit broken English, people will understand you, and they're not gonna laugh at you. And I started taking more classes. I stayed in ESL 40 for another year since the tuition was really high for international students. So I took ESL 40, and then I finally enrolled into credit ESL classes. I finished all my ESL classes, and now I'm enrolled in 155 this semester. When I was enrolled in 83 level, I started taking math because that was a good time. You get a lot of homework in math. Teacher goes really fast in math. It's hard for non-speaker, like not native speaker, to understand sometimes. So that was a good time for me to start my math class. When I was in India, I was in college, and I was doing chemistry major. And so I actually knew my goal when I moved here, that I do want to do chemistry, because that was like really interesting to me, and I just wanted to stick with chemistry major. So I decided to do chemistry major. I did not know how am I going to achieve my goal. So I went to the counseling office, and counselors are the one who helped me to choose the path, how would I achieve that goal. And as Kia said, I'm graduating this year, this semester, transferring to one of the UC. I haven't heard anything back from any of them. I'm so waiting for it. And I will do my chemistry major. But from ESL 40 to now, I worked so hard because I was working full-time job and I was taking full-time classes. That's really hard. But if I did it, I know you will do it. People do get trouble, but they just have to work really hard to achieve their goal. And if you work really hard, everyone can achieve their goal. And my feeling right now, I just can't explain it, like how happy I am. And thank you, College of Marine. Thank you, all my teachers. And that was a great journey. Thank you so much.
She said to me the other day, she feels unstoppable. That was the word she used. And also, I just want to say, Asia, so when you said you went into the content classes and it was challenging for a non-native speaker, we have resources to help, like the math lab and the tutoring center and lots of study groups. So yes, when you go into that content class, you will be challenged with the English. But again, the college has lots of resources to help you. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, it's my pleasure to introduce our next speaker. We are so privileged to have a dedicated ESL counselor. Okay, and she joined us last year, and so please welcome Shayla Arbona.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry if I'm really loud as it is, and then into a microphone, it's probably just blowing your ears off. Hi, I'm so happy to be here. See my slide up yet? No. So yeah, I'm very dependent on my slides. And I'm so glad I'm sitting in the back because it's so emotional to listen to these stories, and I can just sort of like tear up back there by myself, you know, but I know I'm just so proud of the students who are achieving their goals, and listening to their stories moves me to tears every single time. And you'll get to know that about me if you come and see me in counseling, that I'll often cry when I'm meeting with you. It's always just because I understand what it's like. I understand what it's like to feel like the goal in front of you is just completely insurmountable, meaning it's too much. There's no way you're ever going to get to where you want to go. I myself started my college career at a community college. I was not a good student in high school, so even though I did have the English skills when I started community college, what I didn't have were the math skills. I tested into the lowest level of math. Whoa. Well, thank you. That's fantastic. You always need something to break the tension. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay, great. So I tested into the lowest level of math that you could possibly test into. I apologize. Okay. I'm sorry. I know the papers are a little bit distracting here. Okay, so when I got those test scores, I said to myself, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can take this many math classes to transfer, to earn an associate degree. I don't think that this is something that I'm willing to devote this amount of time to. I wasn't motivated. I just wasn't feeling school. And then I met with a counselor. And meeting with the counselor gave me the knowledge, the motivation, the inspiration that I needed. And he assured me that if I just put one foot in front of the other with math, before I knew it, I would be done. And he was right. Within 2 years, I finished statistics, and that was thanks to a lot of work, summer classes, evening classes, doubling up on classes. But I was able to get there, and I was able to transfer, and I was able to achieve my goal, which I knew in the end would be to go right back to a community college and help students achieve their goals. Okay, so that's why I'm here today, because I know every one of you has an inspiring story, and every one of you has the ability to stand up here and inspire this room full of people to achieve their dreams. And I want to help you get to that, okay? How I can help you is by educating you with information about what College of Marin can do for you to achieve your goals and your dreams. So in the counseling department, we have different types of counseling that we offer you. We have academic counseling, which is just essentially what classes you take and in what order and what is the best way to get to your end goal. We also have opportunities to explore educational opportunities, as well as explore certificate programs, explore our associate degrees, and transfer, of course. And if you want any more information on any of those pathways, you need to come and talk to a counselor. Okay? We also, if you just want to kind of discover what types of careers there are out there, we have an entire career center dedicated to that, where you can meet with a counselor. Any one of us in that counseling department can help you in a number of ways. We also have help with resumes, with job applications. I love to do mock interviews with students. If you want to go interview, maybe you're feeling a little bit nervous about answering questions, I'm happy to do those types of things with you. And we also have personal counseling. So if you have any needs you need to talk about that don't involve school, that don't involve academics, we also have counseling services available to you. Okay, so, and if there's anything that you need that College of Marin can provide you, we offer referrals. We'll look into the community to find the right sources of help for you, okay? All right, so that's just sort of what we offer. I know that when we look at students who have been successful and students who have not been successful, there's a few key things that pop up over and over and over again, and that is that students that are successful met with counselors. They regularly met with counselors, whether it was through the counseling department, EOPS, through SAS, through any type of counseling services that we offer here, that they worked with the counselor regularly, that will yield success. They also got involved on campus, and you've heard it from our speakers, they've all gotten involved and established, made themselves a part of the community here at College of Marin. That just elevates your potential for success so much more. But however it is that, whatever it is that you want to do, we're here to help. I'm here to help. Please don't hesitate to seek me out. What you have in front of you, just really briefly, is a list of some of our popular career and technical education opportunities here on the front on this page. And then on the back, you'll see every possibility that exists here at College of Marin. You'll see all of our majors. You'll see whether they lead to associate degrees, whether you can get a certificate in that particular thing, whether you can transfer with that degree, okay? And this really is a ticket for you to come and see me, because there's no way you're going to get every piece of information you need from a flyer. I could speak all day on these things. So this is your ticket to come and talk to a counselor, talk to me, talk to Javier, talk to one of my colleagues, anybody, and get more information on what your next step is from non-credit to credit. What is it that you're interested in, and how can we help, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Shayla. Our next speaker I have had in several of my classes. I believe the first time I met Lan Hao, she was in level 20, listening and speaking. And last semester she was in my credit ESL 66 class. So I've had the pleasure of having her in several of my classes as she's gone through her journey. So that's what she's here to do today, is tell us about her journey. Lan Hao Zhao.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here to listen my song.
Lan Hao, can you speak into the microphone so we can hear you?
Okay. So thank you for being here, everyone. So I'm so proud of myself. So my name is Wang Zhao. I'm from China. I speak Mandarin and Cantonese. So I start my ESL Academy Marine. I have learned English since August 2010. So I have been here for almost 5 years. I started taking English Academy Marine. I have taken grammar, reading, writing, listening, and speaking courses. I took pronunciation twice. These classes are very important for me. I started my class on Tuesday and Thursday at night as part-time student. I took pronunciation twice afterwards on Wednesday night during 2 semesters. The first time I took pronunciation class, I did not understand what teacher was saying because I was in Nav 10 at the beginning. I did not speak any English, but I like to learn pronunciation. It's very important. So I took the class twice. It helped me a lot. I always do one step at a time. I study very hard in my skills to learn English. I never watch TV in my language. Why? Because I already know if I watch Chinese or Cantonese program, so it won't be help my English. After school, I usually speak English with outside people. Even if I don't know them. If I speak to other people and they don't understand me, I use examples and actions to show them. And then they understand me, they correct my English. So I can learn it quickly. When I learn a new language, don't be shy to talk to people because we have the best opportunity here. If I'm in China, I did not speak any English, none. In 2015, I got my job full-time at the post office. This is my first job. And since then, I have been promoted to a career job at the post office as a regional clerk. People at work and customers often ask me, how long have you been here? When I say about 4 years, they say, what? They shocked. I can't do that. How do you learn so quickly? I study very hard. You are smart. You say, I'm not smart. I study. What am I doing? Everybody's smart, I told you. I can do it, you can do it. And they say, my English is very good. So they think I've been here maybe 20 years, 30 years. I say, no. It's almost 5 years, 4 years. So I have a funny story in pronunciation class. Once when I said 6, and my teacher Vivian said, be careful, Lang Wang. People might think you say sex. My goal, I have a goal to get my 8th degree because I want to become a postmaster, to be in charge of a post office. So thank you for listening my story. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. the government job, so many roles I passed. I studied by myself. Actually, a lot of roles, a lot of vocabulary I didn't know yet. You know what? I said, I want to pass the test. I studied all day, all night, get one workbook. I studied, and then finally I passed and I got my career. So even though it's easy, in customer and Christmas, they gave me money, I was so happy. They gave me wine, I was so happy. Traveling, I was for Christmas, customer, you're so lovely. Thank you. Stick it in your goal, what you want. So you are proud of yourself one day.
Thank you, Lan Hao. I met our next speaker in my level 40 class last semester, and like me, she is a language teacher. She teaches Spanish, and at the end, I'll always remember her because at the end of the semester, she came to me with a book in Spanish for me to improve my Spanish. The Little Prince in Spanish. Please welcome Kathy Obando.
Thank you, Patricia, for inviting me. I appreciate it. I don't speak a lot. I really speak a little bit English because I try to speak a lot of time, but I make mistakes all the time. And I try to speak with you, but because you have a lot of English. But now my presentation is really, really short, like everyone. But I try to do it. Okay, my name is Catherine Obando. I'm from Colombia, Bogota, Colombia. This is the capital. My native language is Spanish. I moved to the United States a year ago. I moved to the United States a year ago, but I live with my husband, and we enjoy to traveling and learning about new places. As for learning English, I live in London a few years ago, but I learned a little bit of English. Unfortunately, when I returned to Colombia, I did not practice or study the language at all. When I moved to the United States, I started taking ESL classes here at College of Marine. I started taking level 30 classes, and now I am taking level 50 class. It has not been easy. It's really difficult. But I'm planning to take classes step by step until I am fluent. For my educational plans, I work as a Spanish teacher here in Marin, in Tam Valley Elementary School. I want to become a licensed teacher. This is my dream. This is the reason why to improve my English. But I need to speak a lot, and I need to study a lot, and I need to learn a lot, and I need to travel, because when you travel, you can speak with different people, in different places. I don't know, maybe you can speak with another person who have the same language like you, like me, Spanish. Okay, for my recommendation to anyone to learn in English, don't quit. Don't quit, yes, really. Keep studying. This is the best way. Learning English is really, really, really important to anywhere in the world. Learning English, you will have many, many opportunities too. You can find a lot of friends. You can find better job. You can take another classes. Maybe like me, I need to take another classes, because if I want to become two licensed teacher, I need to take a lot of classes. I try to speak a lot of English, but even I don't say things right, making mistakes. I remember my teacher, Baba, tell me all the time, make mistakes, it's really good. This is the best way to learn. Oh, thank you so much, because this is my case, okay? Also, teachers here at College of Marine can help me a lot. Thank you for teaching me. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Kyo. Thank you, Barbara. You are the best teacher here. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to say thank you all of my teachers here. And also, many teachers, I have to say thank you very much at College of Marine. It really helped me.
Okay, thank you very much, Kathy. So recently, the next speaker popped into my class at the end of one of my classes, and we just got talking, and he told me, oh, I started early on in my career, my academic career, here at College of Marin. And at that time, I knew that Kyo and I were putting on this event. So I thought, oh, this is perfect. And so I invited Dr. Patrick Totu to speak. And please welcome him. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. I won't use the microphone if that's okay.
No, use the microphone.
She tried very hard though with the yeah. So today I want to just talk to you. You've heard enough about the ESL program. I just want to talk to you as a human being, as a person, as an immigrant such as me. I immigrated to the US in 1997. That's about 20 years ago. And I've lived through every step of what you are living today. So in many ways, there are a lot of kinship between you and I, and me. And what I want to talk about is about your cultural integration. You see, the ESL program is your gateway into the culture. You are already part of this culture. You are living here. Now what you need to do is to be part of it. And being in it is different than being part of it. So the ESL program, in my view, is what's going to help you get that language skill and begin to integrate the culture. So what I want to talk to you about today is about two things. I want to talk about flexibility, and I want to talk about grades. Why flexibility? Flexibility is one of the values that set us apart as Homo sapiens, as a human beings. When you look at research, it shows that we, human beings, we can collaborate flexibly in large numbers. Take, for example, bees or ants, for instance. They can do things in large numbers, but they do it the same way all the time, right? Well, on the other end of the spectrum, you look at great apes, chimps, and the other apes. They do things flexibly. They talk to each other, but they are never able to do it in large numbers, right? So we somehow develop that aptitude of understanding each other in large numbers. So the reason why I'm referencing that is that you have been transposed from your culture into another culture. So you need to really pay attention to your habits and think about, okay, how do I change myself to integrate this new culture? What do I do? How do I think? And there are a lot of ways you need to approach that. So this is the first time I'm gonna deliver a speech from my cell phone, so bear with me. That's not a teleprompter, so you need to be more adaptable. You need to have an open mind about a lot of things. You need to be versatile. You need to have the willingness to compromise on a number of things. And sometimes you may not believe on something, but you see the other opinion, and why is that people believe in this thing, in this culture? And imagine what you can have access to if you open up your world a little bit, what you can have access to. Look at your reality, the way you've lived it before you immigrate to the United States. And then look at the reality that folks are living here as well. From my own experience, that reality changed. It has changed for me, and I believe it has changed for you as well. So, that said, it looked like what is real can change, can morph. So pay attention to that. Be flexible in your own life. And be inquisitive. Ask questions. Try to look beyond things. Why are American-born love baseball so much? Go to a baseball game. Try baseball. How many of you have watched a classic movie like The Godfather? Who saw The Godfather here? Good, good. Yeah. Leave the gun, take the cannoli, Yeah. Be willing to have new experiences. If a friend of you want to take you somewhere and that you are not comfortable with, it may only be because you haven't done that before. It's not necessarily because it's wrong. It may be that you haven't done that before. So give yourself a chance to discover new things. It's important, and all that contribute to your cultural integration. And one day, growing up, I saw Ray Charles. You guys know Ray Charles? Yeah. Saw him on a TV channel many years ago. I'm like, wow, I want to go to this guy concert. And then, truth be told, sometime around 2001, I've heard that Ray Charles is playing in Spark, Nevada. So I saved my money, do what I need to do, drove up to Nevada. And then we get into the concert, and this concert was going on, and it got to a point where Ray Charles put out these notes, like 20 seconds of notes, all scrambled, and I told my wife, that's Georgia. That's gonna be Georgia. And when the song started, I was rolling on the floor. The emotion was so high, and that was an experience that I can remember till today. So I believe that enriched my life as an immigrant. So I encourage you to do new things, to kind of reach out of your comfort zone. And why are we doing all that? Again, the flexibility that you use will help your cultural integration, and I believe that's important. That's important. The second thing I want to talk about is grit. It's G-R-I-T. I don't spell it correctly because of my accent, right? G-R-I-T. So grit is, research has shown that that's a very important value for students. If you are learning something, you need tenacity. You need to be able to have a willpower. You need to be able to have resolution, fortitude, a number of those qualities will take you through adversity. It's important for you to have those qualities and to develop them. And set a goal. Set your mind towards something and work really hard to achieve it. Nobody said this is gonna be easy. Nobody said this thing gonna be easy. You are transposed from your culture to another culture. You still have the same dream you had before you moved to the US. So, look at it that way and just continue on with that dream. How do you know you are done? You know that when you are satisfied. So just keep going. Get the associate degree, get the bachelor, get the master's. In my own experience, I just keep going. That's what I did. But you need that strength, and that strength is within you. Don't cheat yourself out of it. You already have it. It's not going to be easy, but there was 1 year during my studies, that was 2005, I was after my bachelor's, and I'm like, I need to take a break. What did I do? I watched TV all the time. I wasn't doing anything. I still holding my full-time job, but when I get home, I just sit down and watch TV. So I'm like, okay, well, that's enough. Let's get back at it. So then I start my master's program. But again, you can do anything you set your mind to, and that's important. It's true that you need to know your weaknesses, but also knowing your weaknesses doesn't mean you have to quit, right? And definitely, you don't have the right to quit the ESL. No way. Everybody has to go through the ESL program. So, be smart and go through the program as fast as you can, because people have propensity to get tired as you stay at the same thing for too long. So take the classes as quickly as you can, talk to the counselor, and do whatever you can to get this thing completed quickly and move on and live your life. I urge you to have an open mind and to really try to achieve your full potential. Thank you. By the way, I'm the CIO at College of Marine. I have my business card here. If anybody want to talk to me offline, yeah, my email address is here.
Okay. I did want to mention that Patrick does work here. Our next speaker also works at the College of Marin in the same department as Patrick, and I met him when I first came to the College of Marin in the early 2000s. This person was working in the ESL office, and now he is working in the IT department at College of Marin. I'm very happy to welcome Dong Quinn.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dong Wing, and thank you, Patricia, and thank you, everybody here. First, today I'm going to tell you a story about an ESL student. My journey started when I was young. My parents make choices for me that helped me to make my dream come true. But when I get older, I make my own choices, and I make my own destiny. When I come to this country, I didn't speak English at all. I was scared, I was homesick, I lost my friend, I lost my culture, my tradition, I lost my language, I lost my identity, especially I lost my taste of Vietnamese food. And most of all, actually, I was lost in this new world, American world. The first 5 years is the hardest of my life. I still remember the day that I have to ride a bicycle to work from Canal Santa Fe to San Samuel on a cold winter day. So cold that by the time I got to the workplace, my ear like frozen. I thought if I touch my ear, it could fall off. This was very hard for me because I come from Vietnam, we're a very warm country. Still, I remember the time when I have to work like 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week. I get paid very little. And I still remember I have to sleep in the cold attic and got sick every other day. This was the time when I never saw much of the daylight. I went to work before the sunrise and come back after the sunset. This went on for years, actually 4 years. I lose my sense of who I am. I lose my hope and my dream. I told myself, I cannot live like this for the rest of my life. This is not American dream that I have imagined. I have to make a hard decision to quit the job and move out of the bad situation. I was lucky. I found an American family rent me a room and board for very little money for rent. I start to go to school and take my first ESL classes here at level 30 at the College Marine. Those days, I spent all my time to study. I spent a lot of time in the language lab to listen to the audio tape. I spent a lot of time in the computer lab to practice my pronunciation. It took me 2 years just to learn the basic English, just enough for me to take other classes. During this time, I was recovering. I have my hope and my dream back. I look to the future, and I make new friends, adjust to new life and a new American culture. I spent another 6 years to complete all my English classes and all the requirements for my associate degree and transfer classes. College Marine is like home to me. I would not stand here without the help of all the ESL teachers like Barbara Bonander, Wendy Ward, Carol Costa, and other instructors like Brian Wilson, Dr. Ritchie, Aaron Lansing, Laurie Auden, and Ron Gay, and other staff like Carrie Torres, and and some of the counselors here I met during the time. And especially thanks to Marilyn Bosman, who gave me an opportunity to work for her in the ESL office as a work study. This was where I got to know and learn from all the students around the world, and the faculty and staff are here at the College Marine. College Marine have given me a foundation, a strong foundation that helped me success in life. And I spent another 4 years to finish my bachelor degree in computer science. As you see, it took me 12 years to complete my bachelor degree compared to 4 to 6 years for a normal student. But I did it. I was glad that I did. This is the only way for me to get out of the bad situation and poverty. After I graduated, I got a full-time job here as an admin assistant at the ESL office here at College Marine, and I'm working there for a while. When I start working, then I apply my computer knowledge for my job. I successfully created an ESL registration system for the ESL office, which converted all the paperwork registration to computerized registration system. Which the ESL office used today to register for all of the ESL students, for all the ESL classes AU here. And many other projects. Because of my computer knowledge and my bachelor degree, I got promoted a couple times to my current job as system analyst in the IT department. Now, I look back, my life is much better than before. I came here to College Marine as a non-English speaker. Now I stand here to speak to you. I still have accent though. But my accent doesn't stop me from my dream. In summary, life is up and down, good and bad. I learn from the bad and enjoy the good. I keep dreaming, working toward my dream. I never give up. Work hard toward your dream. Every one of us have a destiny in life. Do what you love and love what you do. And make the best of it. Make it great. Be a star in the sky to shine in the night so that others can follow. My success is not in here. My dream is to continue education to get my master or doctor degree one day. And if I can do it, and I hope you can do it too.
Oh, it's for talk about the library?
Thanks very much, Dong. I would just like to introduce David Patterson, one of our librarians here at the College of Marin. Welcome, David.
Hey, thank you. It's so great to have you here in the library. I'm a librarian, and you're in the library, so I want to talk about the library very briefly. Some of the students live in the library. I see some of you here every day, so you should just bring a little bed and sleep here. We have, as you can imagine, we have books, and we have regular books, but we also have ESL books. So these, Noe was talking about, these are simple books with simple vocabulary to help you build your English. We also have DVDs, so you could watch a movie. That's another way to just have fun and learn English. And if you want a library card, we'd love everyone to get a library card. It's free, and it only takes 5 minutes. And you can use this library card at any library in Marin County. You can also, if you have a library card from any library in your town, let's say San Rafael or Novato or wherever you live, you can use that library here. You can use that library card here. So I hope you come to the library again and again. Some people come every day, they study, they relax, they look at videos, they listen to music. I've seen students sleep. You can take a nap here. We'd love to have you take a nap.
Thank you so much, David. So this is the end of our program, so I'd just like to wrap up by saying that Kyo and I would like to thank everyone who has participated in this event, especially the speakers, of course, the teachers who have brought their classes, David Patterson, the librarian who you've just met, Andy Haber for doing the video work, Roger Dorman for doing photography, and we'd also like to thank Dave Goldstein, who produced this beautiful poster. And we would also like to thank the cabinet members like Patrick, who spoke today. So we put this event together to show by example through our speakers that COM provides lots of opportunities for students at the College of Marin to pursue their academic goals. And all of the student speakers started at the College of Marin in the non-credit ESL classes, level 40 and below. Then they moved on to level 50 and above, credit English classes. And then, as you heard, some of them have already branched out into other areas of interest. Once their English improved. And we feel happy in the ESL department that we have been part of each student's ultimate pathway. And we hope that other ESL students in the room will feel inspired by the speakers and feel encouraged to pursue their goals. And finally, no goal is insignificant. Maybe you're just here because you want to improve your English and that's all you want to do. That's a good goal too. Maybe you want to get a certificate of achievement. Maybe you want to get a skills certificate. Maybe you want to get an AA degree, an AS degree. Maybe you want to just get classes that will help you to transfer to a 4-year university. Whatever your goal is, we are here to help. And don't forget that, as everybody said, the teachers are very important, but the counselors are the people that you really need to make time to see, because they will really get you started on a program. Thank you everyone for attending, and we do have some snacks at the back, so if you would like to stay around and mingle and talk to other students, please do so.
And talk to the speakers.
And talk to the speakers,
So
yes.
you can ask them your questions.
Yeah, so this has been a great event, and thanks so much for your participation.